Hey guys, it's Justine, and today we're checking out the brand new Magic Keyboard for the iPad. This thing looks incredible. I'm so excited to unbox it, so let's not even talk about unboxing. Let's just unbox. I am so excited to try this thing out because I have been using my iPad so much more than I have ever used an iPad ever before. Oh, it smells like a cinnamon roll. Look at that magnetic hinge. So this has a full keyboard, a trackpad, and it has pass-through charging via USB-C on the side here. This is something that I'm so excited about because the placement on the iPad when you're trying to charge it and do work is extremely inconvenient. So here's the new iPad Pro. Let's pop this thing on there. This has the smart connector and it's magnetic, so it should just pop right into place. That's it. We did it. One of the things when I was working on the iPad review originally, if you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description, is Apple kept talking about all of the things that you can do with your iPad. You can do podcasts, you can do video editing, and I was watching all of these little commercials and I was thinking to myself, okay, you're saying we can do this, but can we? So I challenged myself to only use my iPhone and my iPad to edit a vlog, and it was actually a really great experience. And from that, I've realized how much that I can do with this that I never had even thought was possible before. And since I've been using my iPad so much, I have been looking forward to this Magic Keyboard more than ever. Mostly because one, it does have a trackpad, two, the full keyboard, which feels incredible, and this viewing angle. This is gonna make such a huge difference in so many different situations. Because whenever you're using this iPad case, you only have two options. Those options usually work out pretty well, but for some of the scenarios that I'm gonna show you guys, this is going to work out so much better. I love that this doesn't actually touch the bottom, so it really is a floating screen, and it looks so good. Just look at that. You just gotta, does it look as good on camera as it does with my own eyes? Let me type something. It honestly just feels like the new MacBooks. So obviously the iPad hasn't completely replaced my computer because I do still use Final Cut to edit, I need Photoshop, and I do a lot of stuff on there that the iPad still can't do. But for all of the normal things that I would be using my laptop for around the house, I have not even touched it really at all. Because if I'm doing anything here at home, I'm gonna be editing on my Mac Pro. I walk around my house all day long just holding this because I never know when I'm gonna need it or wanna use it. So this is me. With various different sweatpants. And here's my iPad, here's me. One of the things that I love so much about the new iPad is the fact that I'm able to use an SD card with a USB-C, and I can actually take the files off this camera right now, put it into here, and get it onto my iPad immediately. So this is kind of a normal setup for me. I have footage usually everywhere. SD cards from cameras, external drives, and also from my phone. The NAR box can also be used wirelessly, but since I have a free USB-C slot, we're gonna put it to use. Right now I'm using the pass-through charging because I forgot to charge my iPad last night. Usually it does have pretty good battery life, but if I'm doing some intense editing, I wanna have it plugged in while we're importing footage just to make sure nothing gets lost. LumaFusion is a really great video editor on the iPad. It feels like Final Cut, but it's on your iPad, you can touch it, and now with the Magic Keyboard, having this trackpad, I can't even tell you how many times I've called this iPad a computer or a laptop. It's a lot. Even in the short time that I have been using this Magic Keyboard, I can't stress enough how incredible it is. I know the price is a little bit on the more expensive side, especially for something like this and an iPad accessory, but it has significantly changed the way that I'm able to use this thing, and I cannot recommend it enough. This is my gaming setup. How I've been using the iPad is I'm using it as a monitor to make sure that I'm still in frame and we're still recording the gameplay. It's nice because everything is very central, so I don't have to stop playing to make sure that I'm still recording. I can also use it as a second display, so if I have like a chat window or something open, I can put that here. But right now, I'm just using it as a mirror display for the iMac. Hello, can anybody hear me? Where do you guys want to drop? Is the question. I'm playing solos, so I don't have anyone on my team. Oh, come on now. I just freaking started the game. Give me a second. Come on. Do not even. I am all alone, running through the middle. I'm gonna get sniped so quickly, unless nobody's paying attention. Those are the different levels of compression. What we're gonna be talking about today is our podcast setup. So we're both running GarageBand, we're both gonna be recording using the Hype mic, and what's really cool about the Hype mic is this will kind of act as an audio interface. So when people are like, but the iPad doesn't have a headphone jack, this will give you a headphone jack. And you can monitor with 0 latency through this as well, so it's kind of cool. And then you're gonna airdrop me your audio, and I'm gonna drop it into mine. We also could be using your iPhone, so if you didn't have an iPad, you could use your iPhone. So I'm also using the new Maddy keyboard with this. It's amazing because for something like this, where we are using accessories, Maddy keyboard has pass-through charging, so we're able to charge through USB-C, and since Jenna is using the old iPad, actually this is the new smart keyboard, because you guys can tell on the back of here, there's a larger cutout for the camera. But since the iPad is still the same size, you can use both of these with each iPad. Are you ready, Jenna?
I am ready. We've been prepping for the past 6 years for this.
I mean, I feel like I've been prepping my entire life for this. Hey guys, it's Justine.
And I'm Jenna.
We're doing a freaking podcast.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, I do, because this is the 15th time we've done this intro. We don't know what this is gonna become, or if it's ever gonna be anything, or if we're ever gonna do it again.
We can always like talk about it and see if they like it. Are we gonna be editing this?
Light editing.
Light editing.
Don't mess up. Also, there's a lot of echo in this room, and I'm well aware of it. This is honestly just a test, so this is version 1. This is a beta. It's a beta test of small brain.
It is. We're learning. I thought it was same brain.
Same brain. What did I just say?
I had an incredible dinner last night. I think that mugs should have this on both sides. Like the handle on both sides. Because like what if another relative? Relatable?
Jenna's relatable.
Another relatable topic.
What's the
name?
Oh my gosh, what's her name? I can't even think. Okay, anyway, either way.
I recycle it.
No, you leave the rotten turnips out and then you get ants. All right, I think we're done now.
I'm sweating.
Honestly, I could keep talking probably for quite a long time, but since this is just a test, I need to put maybe like some felt on the bottom of this cup. So now I'm gonna do a group FaceTime call with Tyler and Jenna. We're working on the video that you guys are watching right now, and we're using this app called PostLab. So that's how we're able to remote edit. So all 3 of us are working on this project at the same time. So I'm gonna call them. Hello, it's me, checking in. Jenna, hi. Okay, we're waiting.
Hello.
We're waiting for Tyler to answer.
Okay, hold on.
Hopefully.
Turn on my lights.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
I forgot about the meeting.
That's okay. So Jenna's gonna be editing the podcast part. Tyler has, what have you got so far?
I'm working on the assembly edit. I'm sort of stringing everything out and getting everything organized and like made.
Jenna, I feel like because you were in a lot of the podcast part, so if you want to start editing that, then you'll be able to make any changes you want. And then I'll go in and start maybe doing like some slow-mo montages, because those are my favorites.
Those are your favorite.
Yeah, and then we can go from there. Ready? Hands in. 1, 2, 3, team. 1, 2, 3, team. This is the realistic scenario that I have been using the iPad for a lot. I've been currently working on my Animal Crossing island trying to crossbreed flowers, so I've been using the iPad a lot to reference, and now I don't have to reach entirely over this far to touch the iPad because the trackpad is right here. I've also been using it a lot because there's an Animal Crossing pattern tool, so you can import images, it'll pixelize them, and then you will be able to generate a QR code, and then I use my phone to import the QR code into my Nintendo app, and then I import that into my Switch, into the game, and then I can use it as signs or pictures, basically whatever I want in game. In case you guys forgot, you can use Xbox and PlayStation controllers on the iPad. You can also use it on your iPhone as well, so if there's any games that support it. We're playing Hot Lava right now. Want to play some basketball? Come here, give me this. We're gonna get this in. Nope, we're not. It still is crazy that you can use an Xbox controller to game on an iPad. This is so great. Right now I'm using Sidecar on the iPad, so I'm basically using this iPad as a second display, but what I like so much about this, and I honestly don't know why it took Apple so long to make this type of a case, is I can easily adjust this without having to move my iPad all around, but I'm still such a huge fan of this case, if you haven't been able to tell. Case, keyboard, whatever you want to call it. So I'm editing this video and I have my browser window over here, so on the iPad I can use this as a second display with all of the footage that I have for this video. I can add my in, my out points, and I'm actually just using the keyboard on my computer, and I can add that right in here. I'm just gonna add it at the end. You can also mirror the display, so if I wanna have a full version of what is on my monitor, I can have it on the iPad as well. You guys might be wondering what's happening right now. Jenna's also wondering what's happening right now. I was playing my game, I looked up and I was like, oh, this is a really elaborate setup that we have right now. Using this app called Sena Maker, and it's allowing me to monitor 4 different streams from these 3 phones and an iPad on the floor. And what's amazing about this is obviously having this pass through power. I'm able to make sure that this iPad stays charged while we're monitoring all 4 of these streams. You can use this to do live streams, or you can just record it and then edit it later. This app is so awesome. I plan on doing a bigger video talking about this. So when I was setting up the Maddy Cam on the old iPad with a smart keyboard, that's when I realized how amazing it is to be able to have the range of motion that the Magic Keyboard has, because I wouldn't have needed to shove an extra battery underneath the case to get that same exact shot. One of the ways I've been using this iPad a lot recently is in my home gym. Since I can't go out and go to group yoga classes like I used to, I've been using this a lot to do on-demand yoga classes. I've also been using it to do some instructional drills here with my friend. Doesn't have a name yet, but I've been watching a bunch of different jiu-jitsu tutorials, and the new Magic Keyboard is making it so much easier to adjust the stand. So if I'm doing a different workout, if I'm doing yoga or something like that, I'm able to adjust the stand very easily and with one hand. Hey Maddie, we're gonna do a yoga workout now? A little downward dog. Okay. Oh, that was it. That's, your tongue touched my teeth, Maddie. Just not quite like the real thing. I just had a thought. This can make a great tripod. Well, not really a tripod, but a kickstand for making TikToks. All right, here we go. Let's set a timer. Yeah, it's my best work. Ladies and gentlemen, is talent. Maddie, come on inside. And that, my friends, is the first look at the new Magic Keyboard for the iPad. This thing, honestly, is really cool. I showed you guys a bunch of kind of scenarios where I would normally use my iPad, and you can still use an iPad without this, but it has enhanced the entire experience overall. One of the questions that I'm sure many of you guys are gonna be asking is, can you use this with the old version of the iPad? And yes, you can. This is the new smart keyboard on the old iPad, and it still fits right where the camera is. You'll just have a larger square cutout because this one has 2 cameras. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments or on Twitter, because I have been using this thing extensively over the past several days. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you'll be alerted when I post new videos. I have a bunch of new ones coming up for you guys, so be sure to do all of those things, and I will see you guys in the comments and in my next video. Bye!